Welcome to Conversations with Celena, the podcast where we discover inspiration, motivation, and information to help you live your best life. I'm your host, Celena, aka Sunshine, and each week we'll dive into conversations with guests who share their testimonies, insights, and advice. We'll explore topics that uplift, encourage, and empower you to be the best version of yourself you can be. So tune in and let's have some fun while we explore all that life has to offer. Keep it smiling, sunshine, and let's go. Hey, sunshine. Welcome to a special episode of Conversations with Celena. You know that usually we are Saturday nights at 7, but this is just a really special episode. I cannot wait until you meet our guests for tonight. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of information. This is an exciting bio. Like I said, I can't wait for you to meet our guests tonight. So Regina and Chris Moore, y'all say a prayer for Miss Regina. She's with the children and they're not feeling well. So we missed her on tonight and we can't wait for her to come back. So we're praying for a speedy recovery. But Regina and Chris Moore, who discovered love during their culinary school days in late 2013. They have seamlessly woven their passion for food into a remarkable journey, from mastering the culinary arts to managing top-notch restaurants in Memphis and in Detroit. Chris' experience as chef at Martha's Vineyard included catering for high-profile clients like the Obamas, has been a highlight. Featured on Food Network's Chopped Season 52 episode. Did I say that right? Let me say it again. Featured on Food Network's Chopped Season 52, Episode 3, Chris Moore's culinary prowess shines. Meanwhile, Regina has been an integral part of their dynamic journey, navigating the challenges of their fast-paced careers. Together, they envisioned and brought to life Chef FLAVAS Spinach Artichoke Dip, a local gem that has now become a nationwide household favorite. Available in hundreds, did you hear what I said? Hundreds of Walmart stores globally. Beyond their product success, the Moores proudly operate a restaurant in Tennessee serving not only their famed spinach artichoke dip, but a diverse array of beloved dishes. So I apologize for the little stumbles, but hey, we are live and that is what happens. Okay, so just forgive Sunshine. I'm so excited. I can't even get my words out. Chris has done some amazing things. Regina has been right there by his side, helping him to do these amazing things. And so together they are a dynamic duo. So I'm not going to make you wait any longer. I'm going to bring Mr. Dr. Chef FLAVAS on up.
Hey, how you doing?
Listen, I was so excited. Look, my cheeks, I can't even get my words out. I'm stumbling all over the words. But hey, welcome to Conversations with Celena.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the platform.
Yes, thank you. You and your wife, y'all are the cutest couple, I tell you. And the love story, I cannot wait to hear it. So just to let y'all know, I read the bio, but this is my first time hearing this love story as well. So it's
it was wild how we met.
Mm-hmm. So y'all met in culinary school, right?
Yes, ma'am. Well, actually, when we was in culinary school, I seen her. It was a thing in culinary school called ambassadors of school. So it's basically, people who come in and show the new students what the experience in culinary arts, school was going to be and everything else. And I just so happened to see her in the hallway, and I'm like, man, that woman is bad, man. She tell you, man, I'm like, that woman is bad. I'm like, I got to figure out where she at. So about 2 weeks went by. And one of my instructors came to me out the blue and said, hey, it's a new class coming in. I want you to do orientation for them. So I go over there, do orientation. She's sitting right in the class. I said, boom, I got action. So I seen her. I'm talking to the whole class, but I'm looking directly at her like, y'all need some help. Just let me know, So I'm, she knew I was I was feeling her. I was, attracted to, by her. I mean, attracted to her, as soon as I came in the class. So, I ended up meeting her like maybe like a week and a half later. I seen her through the hallway. Asked her did she need some help with things in class, and she said she do. So we went over her house. I cooked dinner for her. I got her wine, and everything else.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I just brought out all the stops for her. I wasn't playing. So after that, we just kind of clicked on the hip. We just been rocking out ever since.
Wow. I
Mm-hmm.
tell you what, you can't slack. If you want something, you got to go after it. You
Absolutely, yeah,
snooze, you lose. And so you was
yeah.
like, I'm not missing out on this one.
Absolutely. Like people in my whole family just seen the change as soon as I met her. Like I was like romantic. I ain't never been romantic. I had, people was like I had rose petals all over the beds and chocolates. We were like, who is you? What are you doing? That woman changed you. So, but it's all been for the better. She gave me a direction, kind of a, like a straight and narrow type of, mental I can kind of look forward to.
Hmm. So, how did you decide that you wanted to be a chef? I know that we fast forwarded to culinary school, but let's go
Yeah.
back a little bit and how, when, and what
Yeah,
decided you
absolutely.
want to be a chef.
Actually, yeah, cooking is in my blood. Like my mom was a chef, my dad was. Like my uncle's a chef in the military. My aunt, she owned a restaurant. My brother went to culinary school. My cousin went to culinary school. So pretty much, my grandma, she was, just an awesome home cook. So like pretty much everybody in my family loved to cook. Like every year during Thanksgiving, we used to compete with each other. So who got the best this, who got the best that, and it's just been in my blood. And I was a mama's boy, so anything my mom was doing, I was right up under her. So I was trying to help her. Trying to get the chicken and season this. Since I was a kid, since I was 6, 7 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, so your mom didn't kick you out the kitchen?
Yeah, well, she didn't even let me start cooking until I was like 11 years old. When I was 11, that's when she actually let me get on the stove, and cook some peas and carrots. That was the first thing I ever made: peas and carrots. I had a little sugar, a little butter, a little salt in there. It was the best thing I ever made. So I was looking forward to that. But my older brother, she used to let him make hamburger helper. And I used to always be jealous. I'm like, I can do that. I know I can do that. She put the peas and carrots. I would not let her stop me being in the kitchen from the end. I'm like, let me cook yesterday. I got to cook today. Now I got to cook tomorrow. By the time I'm 12 years old, I'm making whole garlic and herb rotisserie chickens, whole barbecue chickens. I'm just everything I done thought about for all those years. I just let it, come up.
Just let it flow, huh?
Yes, man.
So, have you done anything else or just,
That's pretty much. I worked in college when I was in Alabama A&M. I worked at Victoria's Secret, and I was like 19. I thought it was going to be a good job. I could see some women, but it didn't work out like I wanted to. So, I worked there, and I worked security one time. I worked security for bouncing for a club, and I seen a girl almost stab somebody in the eye. I'm like, no, this ain't for me. I gotta get up out of here.
oh, yeah,
Well,
most
she had a screwdriver. She took a screwdriver outside of her car and tried to stab one girl in the face. Man, there's another dude came and grabbed her arm right before he hit her in the face. I'm like, nah, it's over with. I don't see my type of scenery.
Oh no, that was too much. I
Yeah,
don't blame me. I would have got out of that too.
definitely.
So, tell us about being on Chopped. I mean,
Um,
I probably butchered that sentence when I was reading it, but
oh,
tell.
no worries, no worries. Man, Chop was a whole experience. Unfortunately, it happened like I got on there like a month and a half as my mother passed, so I wasn't right in a
Oh,
super focused, state of mind. So when I went on the show, I end up man, I had a great dish, but I just, I ended up cutting my hand on there. I was a little bit nervous. I cut my hand, and I put gloves on top of my hand. But when the judges seen it, I had blood on there because they had to change my glove and put a bandage on it. They took everything off my cutting board, and I had to replace it. They had to replace it, and I kind of had to fight my way to get to present a dish. But the experience was great because they flew me and my wife out to Manhattan, New York. They paid for the hotel, paid for the flight down there. It was a cool type of cool situation. Just my mind wasn't mentally there. You know what I mean? Because I said just right after my mother passed, I was a little bit off a little bit, trying to dealing with a lot of things. But the experience itself was, it was a great experience.
Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome. And I do hate to hear that about your mom. I know that had to be very difficult trying to, I mean, because that's like a fast paced thing. You got to put that
Yeah,
dish together quickly. And if
true,
you're
true, true.
not on it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was my thing. I was a little bit a little too on it because I had two coffees, two Red Bulls. My hands are shaking. I got 5, 6 cameras on me, and they said I was moving too fast. So like they gotta anywhere the camera was going, I had to tell them like I was going left or going right because the camera got to follow you the entire time. Got to make and it's you kind of bumping heads with them on top of the people, what I mean, that you're working with, what I mean. So just now it was a lot to I wasn't expected to be as grand, what I mean, as it was, because when you go to the back when you go to the back of the studio, you go to a real big man, there's probably like 100 people in there, working. You got the judges, you got all the camera crews. It's kind of like you got to take it all in, man. So it was a really, it's a definitely a good a moment I'm gonna remember for forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, you'll get a chance to go back if that's your desire.
Oh yeah, see, for me, I just wanted to go on the show for the kind of the notoriety, what I mean, of being on there. Because for me now, it is more so trying to brand. I needed it to brand myself. What I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just a part. I touched what I wanted to touch from there. I don't have I don't have to prove myself. I'm not in really a kind of like a proving myself type of ordeal. I'm just about, building a brand and creating jobs right now, man. So there it was, it was good to be able to, experience the show, what I mean? And they reached out to me. I won't mind. I mean, I'm not going to tell them no, but that's not really my focus, right now. My focus is more so just to, the growing the brand itself, what I mean? And kind of, just dealing with more, people and scaling with Walmart. That's my number one thing is kind of scaling Walmart and building a restaurant.
So, how did you manage to go from, I'm sure you started making small quantities to making it in bulk because now you got over what 300 Walmarts that you're putting
So,
it in, and then you use it in your restaurant in all of your dishes. So, how did that happen? I mean,
yeah.
the
So
shift, and I'm sure you had a lot of things and obstacles that came up.
yeah, absolutely. So right now we're using a co-packer that we work with a co-packer for about 6 months for it to develop the product the way exactly the way we normally the way we make the product prior to. But from our point, we couldn't handle the volume of what they were doing because we was producing like 8,000 units a week. And as far as that inside of our restaurant, it's just we just didn't have the equipment, to do it. So right now, we're using the co-packer that's in Tupelo, Mississippi, and they're producing for us. So, what my job is basically to make sure the product is on the shelf, make sure my driver gets the product to them, while they're producing for us for the shelves.
Now, is it something that they could ship?
They do it do ship is, but the pricing is pretty much going to be the same. They don't, I don't really do direct to consumer because the pricing to ship is extremely high, and a lot of times, if you're not ordering a whole lot, it really doesn't make sense to spend 50, $60, what I mean, on one dip, from overnight shipping it plus the packaging materials and all the other type of stuff. So
Hmm.
we just we send to the stores, then this that's how this business model kind of just set up for.
Okay, okay. Now, how did you get into Walmart? I saw that it was like 13,000
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, actually, when we went on Walmart,
businesses.
yeah, well, actually, they kind of it was this platform called Range Me. That's basically like a product website where you can register your product, and different companies could come view your product when they want to purchase in the area. So, we just I put my information on it, didn't think nothing on it, think nothing of it. Then Walmart wrote me, it was like, hey, we want you, we like your product, I want you to send a sample. So I sent the sample to them, and like 3 weeks go by. I'm like, man, Walmart trying to steal my dip. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know what was going on. So they had wrote me like, like maybe like 2 3 days later, he was like, hey, we want you to go on to, I want you to go on this email link on this day. We got some information on the open call. I didn't even know it was called open call what we registered for. So
Mhm.
we said we got some information on open call, and one of the Jonas brothers, he had came out as like, "Hey, we just want to let you know, congratulations, you made it to the open call, event. Out of these 13,000 companies, you made it.
Wow.
Everything else." I'm like, I'm just still like, what's open call? I had to Google what it was after that because I still didn't even know what's going. Everybody else just all, yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew it was something big, but I didn't know how grand it was. I just thought it maybe because I thought it was just maybe a one store, two store, or something like that. But once me and Regina, we they kind of give us emails and told us what to expect in the open call, how to be prepared, how to be able to master your pitch, and me and Gina just kind of bounce back ideas back and forth on how we are going to pitch it, what we was going to do, did our PowerPoint presentation, then
Mhm.
we down there and just loved them. But what won us is our the buyer. He actually knew about us prior to going down there. He said he already loved me and my wife's story, and what we've done, what we've been accomplishing, and how we've been moving forward. So he already liked us. Just going down there was a formality. Just had to make sure the dip was actually good as we said it was. So once we did it was just like it was just a real surreal moment at the time.
It's definitely a beautiful love story that has turned into like a power couple. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are
Mhm.
truly the dynamic duo working together and just loving one another. It's just amazing to me because I don't even know how y'all manage to juggle juggle it all. You
Mhm.
have to have systems in place, I'm
Definitely.
sure, but it
Mhm.
seems like you're constantly running and trying to make sure everything, is running smoothly and the dip is getting into the stores.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Yeah. And right now, to be honest, we're in a the dip is pretty much now it's like on autopilot. When we first started with the initial stores, because we was doing what they call it DSD, direct store delivery, and we
Mhm.
was going out in coolers, going to stores, checking the product and everything else. But now all we do is pretty much send from the dip concern. We send invoices or POs to our manufacturer, and they produce it. And we call our driver, tell them when to be able to drop it off. Man. So it's not more so, oh, if we're hands on at any, it's just like we might go to a new store and see how it is. We might, kind of organize the dips a little bit, but ordering the product and all the other type of stuff that's on Walmart side, we just give them to the DC and they distribute them to the stores itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know you did not imagine being here, did you?
Absolutely not, and like I've known I had, I've always felt like I had something great coming in my life. I just never knew what it was. And once, like we partnered with the number one retailer in the world, that it kind of, it didn't, it gave me the sureness that, the God that I believe in is, God in my life, so that I'm just thankful that, that God never leaves us astray. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm just super, super, super thankful for that. And when God put that dream and that vision in your heart, it's up to you to go 100% hard and make it happen. And you got to know. You can't even believe it. You got to know that it's gonna, come for you. It don't matter how, but you just got to know that God is, God in your life, and He's gonna make your life, be the best it can.
Wow. And it just reminds me about obedience because when you got the email, had you questioned it? Oh, I don't know if this is Walmart. Even after it took them 3 weeks, you start trying to question yourself if I did the right thing by
For
sending my
sure,
tip over there to them. But it's just a reminder that when the opportunity comes, we have to be ready. Like you
yeah,
got
for
to be
sure.
ready and you got to move. Otherwise, you'll miss that opportunity. Not to say that it
Definitely.
won't come back around because we truly believe what's for us is for us, but you do have to be obedient.
Absolutely, and that's what Oprah say as well. She says success is when preparation and opportunity meets. So as long as you prepare for whatever situation, opportunity comes, you're gonna get to the success that you have, but just
You
kind of
stay ready. You just stay
yeah,
ready.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's like a hurry up and wait type of ordeal. Do
Mhm.
everything you got to do. Make sure you handle your business. Cross your I's and dot your T's. You know what I mean? Then make sure everything handles.
Mhm. So as I was reading your bio, I read it a couple times, and I was just like, "Wow!" Like you was on Chopped, you're in Walmart, you worked at
Not
Martha.
just years.
Yes. So
Mhm.
tell us about that.
Oh, it was a really good experience, man. That was one of the most peaceful times I didn't had. Even though when I first started working there, I worked 16-hour shifts, like 7 days for like 2 months, 3 months. That was a lot, but the experience that I got down there, it was a whole nother level because all together I had maybe 101. It was like 101 employees between both kitchens. So just being able to just organize that and be able to kind of give structure to that amount of people, you know what I mean, and just had that type of influence that kind of took my awareness in the culinary industry to a greater type of greater height. So it was just like a really really great time. Then like I never locked my doors. Everybody was just peaceful, calm. This it was just like real good vibes. Man. It was a real good vibes.
So there's a question: how many times a day did you check your email waiting for a reply?
Man, about at least about 8, 9 times, at least about 8, 9 times. Like I went on the Arrange Me platform and checked on there. It's like where they at? Where they at? Then I went back to the other one. Then I emailed the original, but I couldn't email back to that. That email is like one of those uh, no reply emails. So I was waiting every day. So the 3 weeks seemed like 6 months. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like I sent you the product. What's up? Tell me something. But again, I only thought it was for one store, so I didn't know it was for the corporate. I didn't know the corporate office was Bentonville, Arkansas. I didn't know nothing. I was kind of learning as I go with the situation, and
Mhm.
just thankfully we just got into this type of situation.
And we just don't ever know how God is working behind the scenes. You see how in that wait period, even though you was checking your emails like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day,
Yeah,
there is a wait period, and it's very important how we wait.
true,
Are we waiting and we're complaining? Are we
true,
waiting and we're having great expectations and praising
definitely,
in the process? Like,
true.
how are you waiting? That is so important, because if you would have been grumbling and complaining, you didn't
Yeah,
even know what was on the other side for you. Like,
absolutely,
that's the important message that I think for anyone that's listening today that is being tested and tried. Don't stop. Don't quit. You just don't have the response yet. It's in the making. You just
sure.
don't have the response yet. And don't quit.
Absolutely true. And it was so wild too with Walmart, because like in even with us, like the way they brought us into Walmart, they don't normally don't they don't normally bring you in, because if you can't do 300-400 stores when you first go into Walmart, normally Walmart doesn't Walmart normally doesn't want you. So they gave us, the option to go into like the local stores in Memphis, to be able to build our business, our brand, everything else up, then work our way up to, scale. So that was a pretty unique moment, you know what I mean? I'm thankful to be in that position.
Just favor.
Yes,
Just
sir.
favor. Yes, yes. Will you all put your questions in the chat if you have any for Chef Flavors? We're gonna come back because I'm just curious as to how he came up with that name. So stay tuned, hang on one moment, and we'll be right back, okay? Get your questions together. Hang tight, my sunshine. Conversations with Celena. We'll be right back. Hey, sunshine. All right, now we are back. Let's see if we got any questions for you. We just have some comments. Hey, Juanita, she says, Amen. Don't mind waiting. I know that's right. Hello, Sunshine. Love you. All y'all are so sweet. So I'm curious as to how you came up with this name because I don't know if you saw my post. I kind of made it late in today, but I'm in Iowa.
Okay.
And the food here, I'm not trying to talk about y'all folks if you're from Iowa and you watching and you're listening, but the food just does not have the flavor. And I'm like, where in the world am I? I mean, I knew I was gonna have some challenges, but I
Definitely.
really just not even eat. But I'm
Yeah.
still not losing weight because I'm in here fixing my own food with some flavor. But how did you come up with that name and what makes Chef Flavors unique?
Yes, man. Well, we actually had another company prior to Chef Flavors called Hemp Flavors. Hemp Flavors is a CBD infused condiment brand, and we had things like CBD infused honey gold, hot sauce, chocolate syrup, cocktail mixes, things of that nature. But and as of course, because like I said, we do a lot of things. We had chef flavors, we had a personal chef service called Memories Personal Chef, but customers only thought that we did CBD infused food. So I had to make a clear distinction for people to say, okay, this is not have anything with hemp. This is just regular foods, you know. So this is so. My wife been talking about our spinach dip since we first met each other. She said this spinach dip is gonna make you famous, you know, and this is
She
maybe like
spoke
eight
that
years.
thing.
Years. This is like 19 years ago. She said this spinach dip is gonna make you famous. So when we said we want to go into the hemp, I mean the chef flavors terminology as part of business, we end up starting off with that because that was one of the things that my guests always love. They always appreciate it, our spinach dip. So we like we'll try this, and I said I'm gonna do this in like it was like end of October. I said I'm gonna be in the stores by December the 1st. After we decided we were doing it, but we ended up getting in stores November the 28th. So as soon as I said I want to do it, we put in the stores. It just started selling like hotcakes. I'm not gonna lie, it was selling like off the chain when we first started. It was just unbelievable.
I want some now. I don't know. Like I didn't
You can
see
definitely, I can get you some. I can get you some for as an individual, but just you just got VIP status. But I got you for sure.
So we have a question for you, Chef. What is your absolute fun food to put love into, like your passion food?
Man, I absolutely love like risottos. I like making risotto because you can do so much with it. You can make like risotto with scallops. You can do risotto like a seafood risotto, or you can do like a steak risotto. You can use it for duck. You can make a asparagus risotto. You can do so many different things with it. So, like, risotto is my go-to type of dish.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I can't wait. My friends, I don't know if she's on here. She says she was working, but she lives in Bartlett, Tennessee. And
Okay,
she
okay,
said that she comes there for breakfast. And she's like,
okay.
I love their breakfast.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
I know. I told her to jump on here. I don't know. She may still be working. But so Juanita asked, is the spinach dip in Walmart? It's in over 300 Walmarts. So
Mhm.
is it in Mississippi Walmart?
Yeah, yes, it's in Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, Arkansas, St. Louis, Kentucky. Um,
Close when you're going to St.
yeah,
Louis. You don't move, don't you going the other way?
yeah. So I guess I'm just kind of riding with them how they structure the plan because I'm waiting for us to get back into Michigan because everybody in Detroit they just super excited for us. And you're like, why don't you bring it home? Why don't you bring it home? But we're in one store in Michigan right now, but we need to get into a lot more because everybody's asking for it there.
Mm-hmm. What about North Carolina? That's your
Not yet. I'm trying to get to North Carolina. I lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I got a lot of roots down there as well too. So I've been trying to get down there. I'm just waiting on our buyers to let us know. The name is called Chef Flavors. Chef Flavors Spinach Artichoke Dip Supreme.
mm-hmm. Chef Flavors, spinach artichoke, dip supreme.
Yes, man.
Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all are on it tonight. Oh, she says, hurry up. She said, hurry up and get it in North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to, and we're in the works of trying to. We're trying to set up Amazon where they can be able to be distributors for us. So I just don't want to speak too fast, but hopefully within the next couple months we'll better set up a relationship with Amazon so they can be able to ship it. So once, if you just follow our Facebook page, Chef Flavors, we'll post when we are able to ship direct to consumers. So hopefully we better save a couple dollars on both sides.
Well, let me tell you something. You just tell Miss Regina to go ahead
Mhm.
on and speak that thing, because when she's
Yeah,
speaking over her husband, that
right.
thing comes to pass. So if you
Mhm.
want it to be an Amazon, that's where it's going to be. You don't have to worry about
Mhm.
speaking too soon.
Thank you so much.
It's
Yeah,
done.
I'm gonna tell her as soon as we get off.
So hurry up and get it in North Carolina, Miss Monique says. So
Mhm.
Mr. TJ, he says, question: how's your gumbo? Seafood, chicken, sausage, etc. What's your flavor?
I do. I make some pretty good gumbo. I don't really get a huge opportunity to make a lot of gumbo nowadays because now I'm more so mentally work. I don't. I'm mentally kind of put things together now. Even though I have my staff, they normally run the restaurant for me. I have our executive chef and everything else for me, so I don't really have a opportunity to make it as much. But anything I put my hands on the kitchen, I put some love and care.
All right now, okay.
So, no matter what it is, you're gonna say, "What is that?" Who made this? Anytime I touch anything. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there you
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. My staff, like, I need my staff to come in and get things together for me, like get my hair and my makeup. Like,
go.
where's my staff at? I'm gonna speak this
That's,
thing into existence since
that's
we're doing
all it is.
it. This is my co-host right here. This is my little co-host.
Hey, that's what's up. That's
All
good
he do
too.
is smile.
That's what's up. That's good motivation. You need those other people around.
Woo! His
Mhm.
name is Kyle. He's sitting here being my co-host. He don't say much. He just smiling. I smile back at him, Kyle. Thank you for
That's what's
being
up,
here.
Kyle.
So
Mhm.
is it in Picayune?
I'll have to look on our list. Hold on, picky up. Hold on one second. I'm gonna look on our list and see. Uh,
Say she'll wait patiently. We just finished talking about patience. Wait patiently for it. It's coming.
yeah, so we
So
got.
Miss Jennifer, he's checking to see if it's in the Picayune Walmart for you.
Okay, hold on one second.
Because listen, Maya's supposed to be sending me some gumbo. So she, if it is, she could just put me some on in my air freight box.
Right. Yeah, I got one. Our gumbo. We got a chef that we're connected to. Her name is Kina. Kina, Chef Kina, and that's who we buy our gumbo from. Like she competed on Hell's Kitchen a couple years back, but like I'm telling you, her gumbo is like it's off the chain. It's like it's phenomenal. She sells it maybe like once or twice a month. Hold on. She'll sell it like individual pints.
Well, hello, MLK Picayune. Thank you for joining Conversations with Celena on tonight.
I don't see it on this list, but it might be in a city that's like a smaller city that's connected to it that I'm not 100% familiar with. But if you can go on if you're our Instagram and our TikTok, and I think our Facebook page has the cities and states, and you might better find one that's close to Picayune on
Do,
there.
do you see one that says Slidell, Louisiana on your list?
Is it Slidell?
Mm-hmm. Slidell, Louisiana is really close to Picayune.
Starksville, Tupelo,
Ooh, Starkville. That's where my kid is. I don't have to tell him to go get some.
Tupelo, Canton, Richland,
You're getting closer.
Meridian,
Okay.
Grenada, Newton, Forest, Ridgeland, Clarksdale, Boonville, West Point, Emory, what's that? Pontotoc.
Oh, mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Greenville. Uh, Fullerton, Holly Springs,
In Louisiana, do you see Slidell?
Louisiana. No, we're in Oak Grove in Louisiana.
I don't
Yeah,
know where that is.
yeah. Hold on, Louisiana. We're in. Hold on. Yeah, I know it's Oak Grove and one more in Louisiana.
I never even heard of Oak Grove.
Yeah, they said it's right on the outside. Whatever state borders Louisiana is right on the outside border of that Louisiana. Whatever. And I can't. This is not the complete list, so I'm gonna have to
Okay.
ask my wife where the full list with everything on there.
All right. We'll go looking.
Yeah, but we got it posted on our Facebook, our TikTok, um, and I believe it's on our Instagram as well too, with all the lists on there. Okay. Yeah.
So Miss Jennifer says that's me cooking with love. Catch up on the comments. Monique said, "Go ahead with your confidence, sir.
Gotta have confidence.
Got to." Is it New Orleans gumbo?
Yeah, yeah. Like I mean, everything I make is I make it traditional. With I make a traditional base, but I always put my own flair. You're gonna, like I say, you're gonna taste an extra, twang on there, an extra, something that's kind of is gonna separate it from somebody else. It's gonna make sense, when you eat it. So. Even if it's a piece of bread or a piece of anything, it's going to be
It's
something
gonna
that's
be
going to be
different,
different.
even a piece of bread.
Yeah, it's gonna be like if it's bread, it might be like a garlic cheese Italian bread that you pull away. It's gonna be something that kind of sets it apart. When I make it. So I don't do nothing in the
You
food.
making me gain weight already. Like
Yeah.
see these little chubby cheeks. I'm over here swelling
Mhm.
up just talking
Yeah,
about all that bread.
for sure. Yeah, I've been like that food stuff. This has been my past, especially like at the casinos. That's why I earned a lot of stripes. I worked a lot of the fine dining restaurants, and we had to make daily specials. So that was where a lot of people kind of knew about me. Then I went to the Nike. I was a chef down at Nike as well too. So a lot of people kind of gravitated towards me when I was working there as well.
Okay. Okay, Jennifer. She said she'll check in the morning. Okay, let us know, Jennifer. Let us know your Facebook page and website, please.
Yeah, our Facebook page is Chef Flavors, and our website is chefflavors.com.
You made it so easy.
Oh,
So easy for us. I know for me, conversation with Celena is too long.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. So there's some
When
short things to make better here. I'm trying to figure out where to cut that shorter, like CF,
yeah.
CF.com.
And
That's
I've been
something like
saying
that.
CWC, so I don't know if that's catching on, but that's short for it. And
Yeah,
then they just call me Sunshine now.
that's what's up.
Sunshine.
So the sunshine, yeah, the sunshine show, the sunshine show. That's a tongue twisting slip.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't need my tongue twisted no more.
right, right.
Goodness gracious. Oak
Mm.
Grove is by Gonzalez. Oh, okay. Baton Rouge. Debbie Klein gonna know.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, now I'm on my page. Hey, Sunshine. Now she gonna research. She could tell us before the episode is over where
Oh,
it is in Louisiana.
very nice. Always need those type of people around.
Yes. Oh, he says, "Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine." So, we asked about how you came up with the name, your love story. So, if you had to give a younger chef some advice, or even your younger self,
Mm-hmm.
what would that be to help you be more successful sooner? I mean,
Uh,
don't get me wrong, we all know we got to go through the process, but there are
mhm,
some things along the way. Had we changed them, it would have made it so much better.
definitely. Just what you give is what you get. Um, I got a theory of life that I live, by. It's called the 99.9% rule. Well, basically, is if you put in 100, 99.9% effort into your whatever idea you have, it's going to turn over. But you got to self check. You got to realize you only put 23% into your idea, or 15%, or 50%. You got to kind of look at what you can do, and how to go one up yourself yesterday. So I also have another quote that I live by is, "You think you're working hard, work harder." So a lot of times when I was younger, where I used to work hard one day, then that made me feel like I could take off 2 days because I didn't work super hard that one day.
Oh,
So
that's right.
yeah. So I had to kind of tell myself that it don't matter if I worked hard that day is over with. I got this day to face, so I got to make sure that I one up the person I had and make sure that I put as much effort and energy into what I actually wanted. Then once I realized that it was actually true, then everything that I wanted, it became easier to be able to touch because I can, I have a focus point. I know I want this. I need to put in this effort on this amount of days to be able to see it. So as long as I do that, a God gonna give you every single thing you want, but you just gotta make sure you put the effort in without an excuse. If you give yourself excuses or reasonings and all the other stuff of why it ain't happening, it's just gonna it never happened. You end up having to repeat the same problems until get it right. So rather get the problems over with, than keep on moving to the next level.
You speaking to me. She says, absolutely work harder than the next person. And a lot of times we definitely have to do that.
Yeah. And and you just yeah, I say just work harder than I would than me yesterday, because I kind of I heard the notion. Uh, I don't really kind of focus too much on others because like I heard a quote somebody said 80% of unhappiness has come from comparison. So I try to just focus on what I did, to who I was yesterday. I was this person yesterday. Let me, what can I do to one up them? And that give myself and I'm fixing myself in the process. I'm fixing things with myself that they're not necessarily satisfied with, just focusing on me, and it's been helping, it helped me keep on track, because, it just I'm able to see clear, because I'm just focused. And anytime I improve myself, I'm improving, the life just around me, So I just kind of have that mental and try to just live by it.
Hmm. And you made a really good point. 80% of your unhappiness comes from comparing yourself to others. And
Mm-hmm.
we do it, I think, more often than what we realize. I
True.
know I did a quick video, I think it was on TikTok, just about self-sabotaging. And we do that a lot. And comparison, I think, is one of the ways that we self-sabotage.
True.
And
True.
with you saying you focus on you, um, in that it said, like you had to ask yourself a question. What is it that you want? Like, I want to do X, but
Mm-hmm.
I do Y. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
for
like,
sure.
I want to lose weight, but I continue to overeat. So, like,
Definitely.
you got to think about that second
Yeah.
of what
Yeah.
you're doing or not doing that's actually sabotaging your success. And so comparing yourself to other people will definitely, it'll have you underneath the bed. You be so,
Man,
so low because yeah.
everybody deals with the same. I noticed everybody deal with the same problems. They just had them different. Everybody go through the same thing. Everybody had the same type of issue, but some people hide it like this, and they hide it through pictures, or they hide it through money, or whatever the case is. But we all the same, all in all. You know what I mean? So, and I just we go through the same thing, same mental issues, whatever the case is. Man, it's just people just do act like they don't do it as much, what I mean, in front of others. So,
Hmm.
uh,
So I'm just thinking about all the breaks that you've had. Like, you have accomplished. You all right?
oh yeah, I'm sorry. I had to get my cup. I'm sorry.
Oh, the
Okay,
way
I'm
you called 911, I didn't know what was happening over there.
good.
Woo! So I was just saying, like, you have had a lot of opportunities, and it does sound like it came from hard work. But did you do anything specifically to like position yourself in these different places? Like some people don't even know how to get on Chopped or how to serve Obamas. You know, you said that you actually served them, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
The
Absolutely.
Obamas.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. When I was in I was a chef down there, and they actually required. Michelle came down. You know, they have they bought a $20 million house like 20, 15, 20 minutes away from the job I was working from, and
Did you say 20 million?
yeah, $20 million house. Yeah, so you know that's Martha Vineyard. That's where the millionaires are, and Tucky's where the billionaires. You know what I mean? So they got a nice crib over there. But Michelle came to the restaurant maybe 5 times, and they always think food from where I was at. So yeah, but that was just a great experience. But and it wasn't it was basically like I said, me just trusting God. To be honest, me trusting God that wholeheartedly and knowing, like I said, not even believing. And God revealed to me a long time that doubt is where the quote unquote devil can creep in. If you have any doubt, and this is what you're supposed to do when you having it, you know what I mean? And that's
Woo! Don't make me jump up out of this
yeah,
chair. Y'all know I
yeah,
get excited.
yes, man. Yeah. So you got to just know that God got your back and you are one of a kind. You know what I mean? Out of 7.9 billion, there's only one of you in this entire world. So God wants you to be able to create on your own life. You know what I mean?
You about to make me throw pasta in front of Chef. It's freaking now.
So, but you just got to know it. You know what I mean? You just got to know that God, you know what I mean, life is yours is the saying. Is God wants you to have the best. You just a lot of times we don't know, we don't we have that doubt, and we just don't get it. But God, as soon as you come out the doubt, God shows you what you have. You know what I mean? It shows you how much you can achieve. But you just gotta know that God got your back.
She said, "Come on, Pastor Chef.
Yes.
Unique you." She a mess. Okay, she said, "Where is Chef Flavors located?" It's in Tennessee.
6301 Stage Road, Bartlett, Tennessee.
Bartlett, Tennessee, but they have their world famous spinach dip in over 300 Walmarts. So that's what we was trying to find out, like what's the closest Walmart that we can go get the spinach dip, because it's not only sold individually, but they put it in a lot of their dishes at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
She's so funny. She's like, "Come on, Pastor Shell." I know that's right. He done preached tonight. Put God first in all things, and He will bless you with favor. That's right. Hey, Mama Ann, look at her done joined the live. She said, "Love it." So, did you have any closing remarks? Because this has been amazing. You gave us a lot of information. I wish I had me some spinach dip over here so I could be.
I'll make sure I have some. As soon as the storm clear up, I'm gonna make sure I get some out sent to you.
You
Just
know,
text me
I
before I get.
saw Master P. Was it Master P?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep, I saw him with the spinach dip too.
Yeah, he loved that bad boy, man. He ate that a couple times, and he requested a lot of times. Even outside of there, where we kind of did like a promotion with him, but he really really enjoys it. So it's just cool seeing it. Man. Especially like I said, my wife told me that off the muscle. This is gonna make you famous. It's showing up came to fruition. So
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I saw him eating it too. He was like, "Man, I'm about to sit here and eat some more."
mhm,
It's just like great reviews on it, and
right,
that's what hard work does. And believing that it's knowing that
mhm,
it's already done, that there's greatness on the inside of you, but you have to start. You have to start to
mhm,
be great. You don't have to be great to start, but you definitely
mhm.
have to start. And you
True, true.
cannot quit, because I'm sure there's a lot of obstacles that came up for Chef that we did not have enough time to get into. But I did want to ask you, like, with all of this work and all of this fame, how do you keep like the spark going between the relationship whenever you're working with your wife and you're traveling? You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all keep that
Cause
close
yeah, a
connection?
lot of times, yeah, a lot of times we'll just in the middle of the day we'll just go like this out the blue say, hey, you want to go to a nice restaurant? We'll go out to have a drink, to have a meeting, just to relax and just to talk and just get some unwind time. We'll take a trip out of town, just go to St. Louis or we go to like Hot Springs or somewhere just locally where we could just cool it and relax. Man. So we'll just we'll just pretty much do whatever we kind of feeling like at the time. Man, just to get a woosah. Her family is real helpful with our kids. So when we need a babysitter, we need time to just unwind. They allow us to be able to have that time for ourselves. So we're extremely thankful for our support group.
Oh, that's awesome. That is sweet. I see Vinny said that's so sweet. It's the truth. So much knowledge given tonight. I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. She said, okay, Celine, you have to help me get the chef to Picayune.
Nice.
So you need the chef, or you need the pasta chef? Which one are we requesting
Yes,
to
sir.
come to Picayune?
Yes, sir.
Chef, you got me thinking about a lot of things now, just listening to you tonight. That's
I'm
awesome.
glad. I'm glad. That's what it's all about, to be able to connect and be able to open up everybody else to see, God just working in real time. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
God working in real time.
And the difference I think maybe is you knew from a child that this
Yeah.
is what you wanted to do. A lot of times I think we know what those desires are from childhood, but we kind of get straight, we kind of stray away from that. And you come back to that first love. Somehow you come right on back to that
Yeah.
first love. And, thank God you didn't have to go figure it out. You
Yeah.
knew from,
True, true. But it was a time though that I ain't gonna lie, I stopped cooking because like I said, I've been doing it for so long. And me and my wife, we ended up selling houses. We wholesale houses for a couple of months, and I had like a lawn care company just to see if I was good at something else besides cooking. But food always called me back. The culinary industry, no matter what I did, it always called me back.
well,
So
that's what we got in common because food called me, but it ain't the cooking. It's just food be calling me. Come on up here.
yeah. True. I was the same way, but me and my big bro, we've been in the gym, man, for the last couple months trying to get right, man, to kind of balance it out. So to try to, because I was vegan, it was a point where I was vegan for like 2.5, 3 years, and that was a really, really good place.
Did you feel better being vegan?
That was the best. That's when I competed on chops. That was the best I've ever felt in my entire life. Like my mental was sharper. My like it was a whole different type of whole different league. As far as like my mental sharpness, like I was studying things like quantum physics just because I wanted to be able to learn about things. What I mean? It's like my mind is kind of just open up to so much more, than what it was normally, open up to, And the only reason, to be honest, I was able to sustain the vegan because I wasn't cooking. Because now I'm cooking, people, I gotta taste the food, make sure it's good. So it's kind of hard for me to cut it cold turkey, if it was, going into the restaurant, making sure employees do everything right, So it's a little bit difficult, more difficult. Not saying it's not obtainable, but it's a little more difficult to be able to be able to attain. That's what I've been battling with now, to try to, just limit myself from, wanting to say, hey, make me a Philly cheesesteak because I didn't have some steak. And I just, what I mean, I can, man, especially got a whole restaurant you can order from, whatever, it's like, man, that's a tough fight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Let's see what Vinny say. Are you thinking of a restaurant in Georgia? My son does real estate with a lot of restaurants in Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, Arizona.
Okay, very nice. Well, actually, the next place that I'll be, we're opening a restaurant will be in Detroit, Michigan. That's next place, and once we move from there, we'll see exactly because we have a lot of people asking about franchising. So once we can be able to come up with a system and be able to come up with a plan, once we be able to build another model, then we'll consider the franchising and pitch it to people. They could be in Atlanta, but we can definitely have conversations if we, once we do go that route.
Definitely systems in place. I mean, when you got a team and you got to trust them with your baby, I mean, you really got to trust them because it took you so long to build this brand. You cannot run the risk of them not
True.
doing it properly, you know?
Mhm. Absolutely, and that was super 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 tough, and I was there a whole, even though like now it still might be, small issue, but they kind of understand the standard that I set. It's times I got to come in where I kind of got to reset the standards, what I mean, just depending on the situation, but they kind of get where I'm coming far as food and making sure that the guest experience is everything, as far as the food, from when they come in the door, saying hello, just the whole entire experience. We try to make sure that our customers are comfortable and satisfied in every way. So that's one of our the that's our goals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How much was
She
it?
says several clients. Slutty Vegan is one of his clients. Okay, so she's talking about her son.
Okay, nice, very nice.
I don't know if I heard of them.
Oh yeah, she Pinky. I think her name is. I forgot her name, but yeah, she's very successful. She got dips in the Target, I believe, as well too. I know she's got a contract with Target, but she has a lot of stores out there. She's extremely popular, especially in Atlanta. I win it. Yeah, Pinky. I thought her name was Pinky, but I didn't know for sure.
Okay, okay, Pinky.
Yeah, but she out here doing it. She's doing a real good job.
Well, we saying the same thing about you. You are out here doing it. You and
Yeah.
Miss Regina. So I was going to ask you, how many children do you have? I know you said they're not feeling well.
Oh, I have four. So,
Four.
yes, yeah, I got 11, 8, 6, and 2 year old.
Oh yeah, y'all need to get away. Y'all got to get away.
Yeah, right. They
Yeah.
be arguing and they be cutting up, man. They something serious, but
So is it like two boys, two girls, or?
two boys, two girls.
Oh,
And,
that's perfect.
yeah, two boys, two girls. So they just a little under the weather because this weather been up and down. Then son went outside to go make some snowman or something like that. Then come back just dog sick. So
I
like
wanted
it's
to go make a
it's
snow.
no angel. Yeah.
I said, girl, you get inside.
For real. You gonna mess around, not get up, be help. Like look like me when I fell today. Man, because I fell, I said, oop, it's over with. I just knew I thought I was gonna break something, but I ended up hopping right back up. But
Well,
boy,
that's good because I've been about to slip and fall every time I go out. I'm like, I need some new boots. So I'm glad that you were not hurt when you fell today. Tell me
no.
tomorrow. I'm gonna call and check on you tomorrow and see if you
All
still
right,
feel.
like a bug, man. I need to get some Epsom salt for real. Just in case. At
Yes.
35, you don't get too many falls left. You only get about 6, 7.
How old are you?
I'm 35 now. Yeah.
I was wondering. I'm like, he seems so young to have experienced so much
Oh yeah.
in your 35 years. That's a
Yes, ma'am.
lot. That's a
Yes,
lot of
ma'am.
accomplishments.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hope that you are proud of yourself.
Yes, man. It ain't over yet, though. You know what I mean? So I still gotta. I'm still in the, what I mean, the trenches, battling it. You know what I mean, and getting and grinding it out. You know what I mean? But so I gotta really. I got some big goals. So I'm not where where I plan on being. So I can't get satisfied right now.
I know that's right. She says, awesome man of God. We will be praying for them for sure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And she said, young man, congratulations.
Thank you.
And
I
I
appreciate
just want to say before we close out, I don't know who tagged me, but somebody tagged me a while ago. So I've been kind of following you for
it.
a while. And we just never know how God is going to work. Because at the time that they tagged me, I didn't think that you would be sitting here, having a conversation with me. And I definitely didn't know like your bio until you all shared it. And I just want to say congratulations. And I cannot wait to see all the great things that you are about to do. You say you're not done yet. And that in itself is amazing, because sometimes people do get to a certain point and then they become complacent, and we don't want to do that, like especially as young as you are.
Yeah, not at all, not at all. Yeah, I'm just not getting warmed up. That's all it is.
Well, I ain't gonna say that.
So you just
Sunshine, 51 years old.
say you don't know, but half of the world billionaires became billionaires after 50. You know what I mean? Like 50, after 40 or 50 years old. So you might have idea tomorrow might change your entire existence. You know what I
My
mean?
entire existence has changed already. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm speaking greatness over my life as well, because you have encouraged me on tonight just to believe and not doubt. Like, believe what
Absolutely.
it is. And the thing about it is, I think for me, in conversation with Celena, sometimes you don't even know exactly where you're going. Everybody else could see things for you, but
Sure.
you have to see it for yourself, and you have to write that vision down, and you have to make it plain. But you
True.
got to know what it is. Like you said, you went into doing lawn care and you went into doing real estate just to see, am I good at anything else? Is that my purpose? Am I supposed to be walking in this door or that door?
Mhm.
Sometimes you're just uncertain. So I'm not discouraged being 51, 50 plus years old. It's
Mhm.
not over for me. And I don't
Yeah,
know what God is about to do, where he's about to take me, but I'm excited about it.
that's
I
what's up.
am excited.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. It's there for you. Just gotta go grab it for you.
Gotta go grab it.
That's
Hey,
all
Miss
it is.
Gabrielle. So, did you have any closing remarks? I think I asked you that, then I started talking.
Mhm.
But if there's anything that you want to say before we close out.
Just for anybody on the road, man, that transitional road, there's no. It's going to be like a beginning, middle, and end with everything. So when you try anything new, there's no like the beginning part is always nice. It's always the honeymoon stage where everything is good, everything is good, great. Then you get to the middle part where you got to kind of prove yourself. You know what I mean? You got to prove, or you're gonna have a test. You know what I mean, for your testimony. That's what a lot of people really, that's what makes or break a lot of people. You just got to understand the test aspect and know that it's going to be great on the other side. You know what I mean? So when you get to that point where it's getting, you feel adversity, that's when you got to go harder. You know what I mean? So whenever you get a point where you have any form of adversity, you know that everything you want is on the other side. So you just press harder and don't give up. Because it's going to be a lot of that. Because I still have moments and experiences, what I mean, where I've done it, where like I've had not recently where like if the restaurant was slower, what I mean. I just I didn't feel like we had a big snowstorm. We missed out 2 3 days in sales. I didn't want to open. I'm like, man, I can't quit. I gotta get it. As soon as I had that mental, what I mean, about 8 9 customers came in the door. You know what I mean? So, but once you get to the point where you gotta where it feel like super hard and super rocky, you don't feel like doing it, then you got to find a way to fight that and replace it with doing with whatever form of action. You know what I mean? And everything you want is going to come into your life. But if not, you're going to repeat the same exact situation in another form somewhere else. So just make sure when you get to that point where you don't feel like doing it, you just make sure you just consistently fight that type of mental. You know what I mean? So you can be able to get the things that you want.
Mhm. And it is 100% mindset. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that Joyce Meyer has this book, Battlefield of the Mind.
Yeah.
That's where it all takes place at. So if
Mm.
you believe that you can do it,
You know what
you
I'm saying?
and if
Yes,
you believe that you can't do it, you're right in that aspect
yes,
too. So
absolutely. That's
what are
definitely
you
true.
going to believe? And everything out of your mouth tonight has been faith. I had faith. I believed and I knew that it was going to happen. And then you had a wife, a spouse, a partner, a friend that reinforced it, that said, this dip is going to make you famous.
That's right.
And that's exactly what happened. So this has been an amazing, I don't like to call it interview because I don't do interviews, but this has been an amazing conversation. I
Absolutely.
really enjoyed it. Let's see. Mr. Teacher said, would love to have you on the show with me and Sunshine on NOLA FM 100. So on Sunday nights, I'm on NOLA FM 100.
Okay.
So me and Mr. TJ, we're supposed to be doing us an episode. So we definitely giving you an invite to come up
Absolutely. Yeah.
conversation with us.
Yeah. Just let me know.
Okay. I will definitely let you know. I have your email address and everything.
Okay.
It says I speak fluently.
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. It starts with a thought, Miss Abigail.
mhm.
All right, sir. Well, I enjoyed you so much.
Absolutely. Same here. Same here.
We will definitely be doing this again. I'm gonna put in my order. Jennifer said, I really enjoyed listening to you. You have been a blessing tonight. I'm telling you. I'm putting my order. If I can't find nobody to send me no spinach dip, I'm gonna be calling you saying, sir, can
Oh
you?
yeah, you good. You good. You just send me your address, whatever address you want me to send it to, and I got you covered.
All right. All right. Well, y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining Conversation with Celena. Please go out and share a smile and spread some sunshine. All right. Mwah. I love y'all so much. Good night.